Wow, week 7 already. Well, here we are, week 7, talking about the mid to late 60s, Summer of Love 1967, before it all came crashing down in 1969, 1970. The important thing to remember about this time that this was the most wrenching change in American social systems and pop culture probably ever, the 60s. Huge amounts of change, mainly because of drugs, sexual revolution, war in Vietnam, baby boom. Everything changed in the mid 60s. 1967, the Summer of Love, this record came out. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles, of course. You get the words back here. Beautiful gatefold record, what we used to call a gatefold back in the good old days. There's the boys. We don't want to forget George there on the other side. Hi there. Anyway, 1967. Numerous other albums came out in 1967, but this was the one, always tops the charts with the greatest record of all time. So we have the Summer of Love, all these changes happening in society, and everything was great for about 2 weeks in 1967, then it all changed. Also, we're really going to talk about movies a lot more this week. We're focusing more and more on movies, discussing how the rating system changed. In the 50s we had the Hays Code. We move up into a different rating system, a new rating system in the 60s, what we call the GPMX system, and we're going to look at excerpts from 2 movies, The Graduate and also Easy Rider. Remember last week we looked at the movie Bonnie and Clyde that really showed violence that was brought about partially by our looking at the war in Vietnam on national TV every night. And so Bonnie and Clyde representing violence this week. The Graduate, more open attitudes towards sex, more sexual imagery on movies, the movie screen, and also Easy Rider talking more openly about drugs. And then next week we're going to wrap up our 60s movie gallery with Midnight Cowboy, the only movie to receive an Academy Award that had an X rating. Very important, Midnight Cowboy. Also important to note that Dustin Hoffman's first 2 movies were The Graduate and Midnight Cowboy. Dustin Hoffman, what an influential, great actor. So we've got Summer of Love 1967, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band with the Beatles. We've got some movie things happening, a new rating system. I want to talk also a little bit about the MC5, a groundbreaking band from Detroit, the most important band you've never heard of. Again, some more censorship issues with the MC5, who were not really a hippie band, but much more of a revolutionary band. Very interesting moment in pop culture history, and we'll compare that with what we saw a couple weeks ago with Louie Louie and the censorship issue there. And then last but not least, because I know you want more information from the Gula Nonsense book, we're going to do a section on advertising and numbers, Electric Shave, and also an Elvis Presley record album and some readings from the Gula book, and then move into our discussion forum from there. So, only 4 sections, only 4 new folders to open. Be sure you're opening each folder and clicking on everything you need to look at. We've got movies, we've got the Summer of Love and the music that was happening during that time, and the wrenching social conditions that really changed society through the 60s. And a little section on the MC5, and then some critical thinking. So be sure to open up all those folders, and let's go.